Oh, hello all and welcome to Well Crochet. Sorry guys, I've messed up the camera setting. Hi Suzanne. Oh, give me 1 second guys. I'm messing up completely here. Hi. Welcome guys. Welcome. See if I can sort this camera out. I'm sorry guys. This should have been fixed before, but something went wrong when I started oh, here we go. Did that work? Ta-da! Welcome guys. Welcome to Our Crochet. My name is Mary. I finally got the live camera working. I know I have a lot of issues with these cameras. Hi Suzanne. Hi Jenny. Mwah. Lovely. The ladies are speaking to each other. Thank you so much for joining in here at Well Crochet. It's been another busy week. I know, right? Have we not been very busy? Well, I have. So thank you everyone for joining me today. I know there's not a lot of people on yet. It's okay. It takes time to get on. I'm actually running about, 10 minutes late. 10 minutes late. Last week I was too early. This week I'm too late. Get it right, woman. So here we are, talking about, firstly, I still haven't worked this camera out. Can you believe it? Oh, that worked a bit better. Oh, that's better. That's nice. Oh, took me a little while. Get it right, woman. You know, when I'm working live, when you click live on your YouTube button, they ask you, take a picture, stand still, take the picture. Hi, Anne, how are you? And so I'm trying to work out the picture, and every time I take a picture, you see this. So it's not a pretty look. So, so I'm forever taking it. It's taken me 10 minutes to sort out the live. So I'm going to start 10 minutes earlier next week so I can sort out the live button, because I'm not very good at that live, which is the reason why I don't like to do live very much. Having said that, I've been doing it weekly for the past 3 weeks in a row. Oh, there might have been a fourth one, but that was kind of like an accident. Guys, let's get talking. Guess what tomorrow is? Giveaway time. I know, tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock, Melbourne, Australia time. In fact, it's exactly 24 hours to this time, give or take 15, 20 minutes. Okay, so, oh my gosh, all talking to each other. I know, pretty cool, huh? Can't wait. I love doing giveaways. It's almost like I'm giving back to people who join me and crochet with me and watch the channel. And sometimes, like I said it last week, there's a lady who just watches for fun. She doesn't even crochet. She just likes to watch, which is okay. I'm not complaining. And so, hi Quilty, how are you? Hope you are well. Welcome to our little chat. So yeah, it doesn't matter who's watching, and at the end of the day, you always have awesome giveaways. I know. It's my fault. I spend too much money on crochet gear. And then I think, oh, does it matter that I'm a little bit broke? It does. I know. I've got to be careful. I know. But yeah, so the giveaway is happening tomorrow, guys. Roughly around this time tomorrow. Roughly. So you're looking at around 10, between 10:15 to 10:15 tomorrow morning. So tune in with me. Justify. I know, right? Justify spending all this money on crochet. Oddly enough, I do add the odd knitting item in there. And I do add the odd girly product. If we get a few more males watching, I'll add the odd male product too, or as well. So there you go. I know, right? I have a few favourite people who come on very often. Jeannie is one of them, and Angela is also one of them from Ghostly. Oh, I cannot remember her full name. She's got a full Ghostly something. But she's always on, and she's always chatting to me, and she visits me on Facebook, and we have a lot of fun. So it's really good to have some great regulars. Having said that, there's the wonderful quiet people in the background who never get on, but always seem to talk to me in other ways. And the other ways are the quick questions they have about something they're doing with us on YouTube. They'll pop in on my Facebook Messenger and they will ask me a question and show me a photo of what they're making with our products here at Wow Crochet, or with our projects, I should say. And I'll answer that question that way. And I've never seen them before or heard of them. So there you go. So there's your odd quiet people in the background. I love them too. They're all great. You're all great. This is why I'm doing the giveaway, because you guys subscribe to the channel, you guys leave messages, you guys talk to me privately, publicly, I get emails, I get messengers, I get posts, I get so much. And there are some people who send mail to my post box, which is great. And if you're not sure what that is, that's, what is that? Wow Crochet, Post Office Box 238, Glenroy, Vic 3046, Victoria 3046, Australia, obviously. And they send me posts there and they say, oh, don't share it on YouTube. I don't want anybody to know that I'm asking you a crochet question via snail mail. And that's great, you know, that's fine too. And I love that. And I love the fact that there are some that say, share me on Facebook, I want everyone to know what's going on. So I love that as well. And all of that, along with the subscribers, along with the watching, the watch hours, everything else, all of that, it all adds up. And I think probably my time, even though I'm giving to you with all the crochet tutorials, it's my time to give back when I hit a milestone. I call them milestones because I didn't think I'd get past 500 subscribers. When I hit a milestone number like your 4,000 subscribers a couple of weeks back, might have been 3 weeks now. Experience, knowledge, crochet. Oh, thanks, Jeannie. Oh, I'm getting all hot and flushed. I've got to show you something in a minute about that. So I like to give back by running a giveaway, and it's usually giveaways that I know people are going to use. And I have to be wary of some of the items I give away because I gave away one yarn once that was, it was great, it was good yarn, but it was out of stock after that. They weren't making it anymore. So when the person received that yarn, they said, look, I want to make the blanket bigger. Do you have any more of that yarn, or at least tell me where I can buy it? So I give them all the names and the details, no problems. No longer made. Because what I do is I buy so much yarn and I store it all away. And when I run a giveaway, I think, oh, have I got anything yellow? Have I got anything green? And I think, oh, there's some. Pop them all in the tub, give them away, and it happens. So I have to be wary about some of the items I give away. What was the other one? There was one, hang on a sec. It was called, it's called Balmy Yarn, B-A-L-M-Y. Hang on. Yes, B-A-L-M-Y yarn. Now I tried giving that away, this time last year maybe even, one of my vlogs. And when I started, advertising them, someone got on my channel and said, oh, they no longer make that yarn. Where'd you get yours from? And I went in and checked it. Oh gosh, have I had that yarn for so long? So there you go. So some of the yarn I have to be careful what I give away, and make sure I give away the up-to-date yarn, which is what I've done in this particular giveaway. So you're going to get a lot of the modern stuff. You will get Bendigo Woolen Mills. You will get your Karen cakes. You will get, I can't even remember them. I haven't even got them out. I'll have them out tomorrow morning before the giveaway though. Pretty exciting. Okay, breathe. Guys, what did I want to talk about today? Actually, Jeannie, now that you mentioned it, I wanted to show you something. Oh gosh, look at the mess I'm making. Holy macaroni here. Here we go. All right, here we go. Jeannie, you said I'm an experienced crocheter, right? Which I am. Having said that, Karen cakes are awesome. I love Karen cakes. You know, when you use Karen, made it back to time to say yes, you did. Karen cakes, when you wash it in the yarn like a wool wash, comes out gorgeous. I love, love, love. Anyway, let's get on with me being experienced and not so much experienced in the past. How long ago was this made? Oh my gosh, let me focus. They no longer make this yarn either. I can't remember the name of the yarn. It was a Turkish yarn. I do like a lot of Turkish yarn. I'm not Turkish. I'm nowhere near Turkey. But I love their yarn. It's, for some reason, it's really, really soft. I've only got a couple of Karen cakes. I've not tried them yet, but it's soft. Yes, and when you wash them, even softer. And I made a blanket, the one that's here on YouTube, the double crochet V-stitch blanket. Oh, I'm puffed out, sorry. Running from there to here. How do you get puffed out from a short walk? And we made the double crochet V-stitch blanket here last year on Wow Crochet, the YouTube, and the YouTube, because I go everywhere else as well. And we made it here, and we made it in the Karen cakes. So if you want to check out how the Karen cakes works up, you can check out that particular tutorial. Having said that, I cut it to suit. I know. It's a variegated yarn. It just keeps going. And if you're smart enough, you just keep going. But yours truly just likes everything perfect, as you do. Now, let's get back to being a non-professional. I once was a non-professional. This yarn that I'm going to talk about in a minute, this project I'm going to talk about in a minute, was made 30-something years ago. I found it in my stash in a tub somewhere where I was trying to do History Friday. Speaking of which, I missed it again. Because the important item I'm looking for, I can't find. I may have to use photos in the end, guys, for that particular important item. Otherwise, we're just never going to do this. OCD about colour change, I know, right? And I found it's not just Karen cakes, it's a lot of them. When you get to a certain end of that colour, it does a sharp change from, say, red to the cream or whatever, just for argument's sake. And it was right in the middle of the row, and I thought, I'll overlook it. I just keep going. I did 2 rows and thought, oh, I can't do this. So I did them all undone, cut it, went back half a row and changed the colour there. It's OCD. It's what we do. We crochet OCD. This was made 30-something years ago. I could never sell it. And you're going to ask me why now. Look at it. It is out of shape. It is all wrong. And you know what? This is how I learnt, by failing. So it's cute, lovely colours, I know, but fail, total fail. 30-something years ago. I would have been 22, maybe 23, something like that. It was like 100 years ago now. And so that was a total fail. I could never have sold that, and I didn't have the heart to even give it away as a freebie because I knew it was a fail. And in fact, you'll notice that there's more stitches on this side, less on this. Every time I did a row, I wanted to try a new pattern, but see, you can see where the fail is right there, right? I know, right? I know. It's sad, and I can't find the one item that I'm looking for that I used in 2011, that we worked with in 2011. And you want to hear something? I've just put my hand inside the beanie. I just noticed I still have a tail end. Oh my gosh, I never even weaved in the end. So let me show you the fail. So when you're doing your beanies, I know, right? When you're doing your beanies right to the back, I tried to make the line straight, and that's 20-something years ago, where we didn't know how to do straight lines in those days. So I just kept adding a stitch, didn't I? And the more stitches I added, the bigger this got and the wider it got at the end. So yes, I'm professional. Yes, I'm experienced, but with lots and lots of fails in between. So for those of you, and I say this respectively, who think, I can't do this crochet, it's terrible, I fail. But you have to fail. You have to fail before you can make it to a professional state. That's just the way it is. That's the way everything works, right? Me too. Tons of fails. I know, right? Tons. You've got to fail. How many times have I? Oh, I couldn't even count how many times I've failed. Shh, don't tell anyone, because I got to look like I haven't. And then this one is even older. I mean, look, I knew it's old because I never did anything about this. That's right. You have to fail. An experienced teacher was best. 3 times. Oh no, really? Oh, Suzanne, that's sad. But we do. I've taken blankets out undone so many times. We call it frogging when we take them undone. And I've taken a blanket undone. We've started, say, 2 or 3 rows in, and I've taken the next 10 rows. I've taken the whole 10 rows undone because I was so angry about the little fail on one of the rows. And I couldn't handle it. Took it all undone and I did it again, straightened it up, made the blanket look better. I just saved myself. No, I didn't save myself anything. I wasted more time. Now, let's get back to even older yarn. Now, this one I've had, oh my gosh. I think I was about, I don't know, same. It's not as old as the other one. It would be, my children were little. They were babies, because I remember trying to crochet. Yeah, I know, one stitch takes one stitch, Suzanne, to mess everybody up. And the children were babies, and I was trying to crochet and I couldn't work it out. I literally put it away because I said, I'll do it when the children are older. I have adult children. I've never picked it up again. And there it is. It was supposed to have been a love heart. Yeah? I know, right? It's supposed to have been a love heart, and I was going to make like a border around the love heart as well. Now, this is really cheap, old acrylic yarn. Shh, don't tell anyone. and it was coming out gorgeously, but when I got to the middle to work it out, I messed up the math, as I do so well. My math, not so much a good point, a strong point for me. Oh, as you've noticed in the very last tutorial that I did yesterday, maths. No. I am not crash hot at numbers. So this did not even out because the stitches across here weren't odd. I know that sounds weird. Now we can say, here it is, cheap yarn. Shh, don't tell anyone. It worked out beautifully. So yeah. And I didn't count my stitches. To make it even here, kind of needed odd numbers. Sounds weird, but it was true. So I kept taking this one row, and I remember, you know when you remember something in your head, and kind of like a heart. It was supposed to have been a heart. It was supposed to have been a heart quilty. Didn't make it. So I kept doing it to here and then going back and then doing it again and then going back, wondering why the numbers weren't adding up, because yours truly doesn't know how to count. So no matter how many times I did it, and the babies were crying at a time, I just went like this, wrapped it up, grabbed the skein of yarn, went like that, and literally threw it in a bag. I was angry with myself because I forgot to use numbers. I forgot to use maths. Now, here's another funny story that happened yesterday, not 30 years ago. Oh, where is it now? Yeah. I just dropped all my work. Don't tell anyone. That is the start of a poncho. Now the poncho is for, let's just call her a special lady, and her name is Debbie, and she might allow me to advertise her further into Wow Crochet. And she did me this special favour, and it was a real special favour, and it was a very unusual favour. Yeah, I know, right? And I said to her, I'll make her the poncho that she liked a few years ago, and I'll make it for her for free, which is great. And she accepted. She was very happy, and I was very happy. We were all very happy. Now, the design of the poncho, I had no idea how technical it was. And I had no idea the publisher of the designer, or the person who wrote the designer, not so much the publisher, kind of didn't write it in normal lingo. It was English, but the language was just, I couldn't understand what she was saying. And so I went on her website and I looked at all the questions everybody else was asking, thinking maybe my answer will be in there. Save me asking the question twice. You know, I'll just check if anybody else had the same questions. And they all had exactly the same questions. And then one nasty person went right down the bottom and said, I give up. This pattern is written so badly. And she got so angry with the designer. And I thought to myself, I could do that too, but that's not fair. The amount of hours someone puts into designing and creating something is astronomical, especially something as big as a poncho. I know, right? So I thought, no, I'm not going to get angry. Obviously, she's written a pattern unusual that no one can work out. It's okay. People have sent her questions, she's answered, and they still haven't worked it out. So I thought, I'm going to be no different. I'm going to be the same. So I looked at the pattern and thought, how hard can it be to work it out yourself? And it's hard. So what I've decided to do, I'm making the lady, Debbie, I'll keep saying her name in case she says, yeah, sure, mention my name many times, a poncho, and I'm designing it myself in a very similar fashion, but not the same, okay? So, you know, when it comes to numbers and the math of a project, you must get the maths right. Otherwise, your project is going to fail. Having said that, I have added, like I've done ponchos in the past where I've gone this way and it's sort of been a little bit lopsided. Hi, Angela, how are you? Her name is Ghostly News Mix and Match Videos. Ghostly Hacker News Mix and Match Video. I just know her as Angela. Anyway, so the poncho was a little bit lopsided and it took me a while to realise that I actually had 2 less stitches over here than I had here. And I thought the poncho was all the way down to say there. And I thought, oh, what do I do? What do I do? Do I take it all undone? It was just for me. So what I did was I took about 4 or 5 rows undone, got up to about here, added the extra stitches, and it just sorted itself out that way. So it's sometimes you can get away with it. Hi DJ, how are you? Hope you are well. Hope everybody is well today, guys. We are here live. We are discussing projects. We're discussing past projects. And I'm going to show you something very quickly that I did 30-something years ago as well. It's a pattern, I think it's free on somewhere. It might be on Pinterest or something. And it's stained glass window. You may have heard of it, you may not. It was my first attempt. I kind of did a pretty bad job. And I haven't finished it because the middle bit wasn't finished. And this was, it's that there. See how it looks like stained glass? Oh, look at the same colour as my nail polish. That wasn't planned because this is like, 105 years old, exaggerating by a few years. But yeah, I think it'd be about, the kids would have been in primary school then. It's like maybe 20 years, 15 years ago. Yeah, I know, stained glass. I know, it's, wow, it is pretty, isn't it, Jeannie? I thought about doing some stained glass on YouTube, but I haven't really decided. As you can see, it's not finished. There's more that has to go in here. But I never finished it. This was when the kids were very little. And these were all just practice things that I did. And I've got the hiccups, guys, so I'm still doing it. Hi, all, put readers on. What's readers on? What does that mean? Oh, you mean your glasses? Yes? No? Oh, anyway, so there you go. Now, the book that I dropped was supposed to be the book that had all the information in. And this week, yours truly has done parts 1 and 2 of our granny square. Whoops, which is the right side? On the wrong side, that's the right side. Blanket. I know, gorgeous. It's coming out simply stunning, don't you think? Yes. And there's a little tail end and up to stained glass patterns, but it means a lot of color change and not weaving in ends. It does. And it also means, like I found when I did the stained glass window, I found that you actually, it's really tight, like everything becomes really tight. Beautiful, love the stitch, yes. So the stained glass window becomes very tight. So your pattern tends to, so you've got to loosen up or maybe go the crochet hook size bigger. Like instead of using a 4, use a 4.5, or a 4.5, use the 5, whatever. And yeah, and it sort of squishes up, and I didn't really take well to it, which is kind of the reason why I put it in the back. When there's a product that I don't like, I love stained glass windows. I love looking at them, but that just didn't work for me. And I think it was because it was a free pattern. Not that I'm bagging free patterns. Sorry, guys. But sometimes you have to pay for it if you want a good one. So I think that's what it was. So, maybe, I don't know, I could pay for one and check it out again. Maybe I could ask the designer if they'll let me do it on YouTube. Oh. What do you reckon? I'm actually starting to do that, guys. I'm sending out little emails to try and get people to send their patterns to me and see if I can make something on YouTube for them. And it'll be good for them because it's advertising them too. I don't, where's your favorite spotlight to go to? Oh, that's a tricky one, DJ. I do tend to use Spotlight at High Point City. I have tried the local store. We've got one, not far from me, up on Pascavale Road. It's still far. It's like, Roxbury Park, I think it's called. And I was not happy with it. There's not enough. What they stock is a lot of the, again, I'm not bagging acrylic yarn, but they stock a lot of the acrylic. And I tend to use, I still use the acrylics for certain projects. Like I will be using the acrylic for your cozy, your drink cozy. Yeah, I'll be using that in the future for that. So, but I'm veering away from acrylic for a little while, and I find Spotlight tends to have a lot of acrylic. Though they do have wool, and I'm not happy with that wool. Oh, should I say that in live? Oh gosh. Oh gosh. No, I do like Spotlight yarn. There are things like that. Spotlight's where I get the Karen cakes from. So I can't really say I don't like Spotlight. I do like it. Spotlight and Lincraft, both in High Point City. I tend to shop there a lot, or High Point West was called in the old days. I don't know what they're calling it now. So High Point City. If I'm out and about and I'm in an area where they'll have a Spotlight, Carol, hi Carol, Bendigo Woolen Mills always for me. I know, I love my Bendigo Woolen Mills. I know, right? Look at this, the 10-ply cotton. Oh, that flipped over. Yeah, that's in our giveaway this weekend, Carol. Oh, I missed that question. Oh gosh, I missed one. It'll come back on in a minute. So yeah, Bendigo Woolen Mills is one of my favorites, as you guys always know. I tend to use that a lot. Maybe we'll listen and get more different stock. Okay. Maybe they will. Yes, they will. So yeah, Bendigo Woolen Mills. Anyway, here we are. Talking about the blanket. Sorry guys, got distracted again. So the blanket's coming out gorgeously. Now I've done, since the tutorial last night, even though that tutorial was done last week, so don't think I've done this overnight, I haven't. The tutorial was made last week. I'm a week in advance at the moment. Now I've done 20 rows since that tutorial. Oh no, 20? No, 10 rows since last night. But I didn't do it since last night, I did it since last week. So I've done the 10 rows. So I think I'm up to about 24, 23 rows, something like that. And, it's coming out gorgeously. I'm finding the yarn is a little bit too soft for me. So when I crochet, I'm quite tight. And I did go up a crochet hook size from 4 to 4.5, but it's pulling a little bit. So I'm really going to wash and block this blanket. And to be honest with you, I was even thinking of washing and blocking halfway through as well. It's a little something I do when I realise my tension's a bit tight. Have a grown baby April. Got to go make some more gifts. Keep your yarn dry and your hooks oiled. Ooh, yarn dry and hooks oiled. That's an interesting statement. Please start crochet and stop talking so much. Jerry. Start crocheting and stop talking. Hey, it's my job to talk. It's what I do. And crochet. I crochet quite a bit. And in fact, you'll probably notice this week on the channel, I have crocheted parts 1, parts 2. I've done the honey cow, the part 4 of the honey cow. And also I did Tip Tuesday. Is that a modified granny stitch? This one? You mean this one, Jeannie? It's not a modified, it's a normal granny square. It's a normal granny cluster stitch, this one. If this is the one you're talking about, it's just the 3 double crochets. Yeah, this is just normal 3 double crochets, and then you jump into the next one, 3 double crochets again and again and again. What are you guys making? That's great. You're talking to each other. I love it. Yes. So parts 1 and 2 of the Granny Square blanket was uploaded this week. We had Tip Tuesdays on some tips on items that you can use in your crochet, or maybe not use, whatever you like. And I finished. So nice and flat. Yes, I know it does. I know. But I still find, Jeannie, even though it's laying flat, Yeah, be nice, Jerry. You tell him, Jeannie. Even though it's laying a little bit flat, Jeannie, it's kind of pulling a little bit, and it's probably because I needed to use a larger size hook. So even though I did go up by half a size, probably should have gone up by a full size. But anyway, it's all live and learn, isn't it? And are you going to block it? Yes, I will. I will block it, Angela, and I'll probably block it in between as well, because I'm a little bit hesitant about the way it's kind of not working out the way I want. But, you know, it's okay. So, don't forget, tomorrow morning, the giveaway. Those are the only items I really wanted. I've dropped it again. Oh, gosh. Okay, so that's that. Those are the items I really wanted to talk about today, guys, the giveaways. And Wednesday coming. That is the third Wednesday of the month. So that's WIP for Wednesday. If you're not sure what WIP means WIP, means work in progress. So that will be talking about all the WIPs I have, both for the channel and some private, you know, personal WIPs as well. So there you go. So this Wednesday will be WIP for Wednesday. And next Thursday will be Thrifty Thursday, not the Thursday coming, the one afterwards. And it talks about cheaper yarn, and it talks about getting your yarn on special. Keep your eyes peeled all the time, guys. Like the Karen cakes in Spotlight, that can be quite expensive. But if you wait a certain time of the month, they put the price down. Not always, occasionally. Wait for it to come down before you go buying yarn like that, because I know it's very popular and everybody wants it now. Everybody wants everything now, like Jerry with a crochet. She wanted it now. But, you know, in our industry, we've got to be that little bit patient before we can get some specials as well. So keep your eyes peeled. I'm not going to talk anymore because that's for Thrifty Thursday in 2 weeks' time. So thank you for joining me, guys. I have been talking for half an hour. Is there any questions that you would like to ask me? This is the time to ask. Last week we discussed that we were going to do crochet slippers here on YouTube. I am playing with that pattern right now as we speak, or maybe not now because my hands are here. I'm working on a pattern for it. Someone did mention granny squares. I'm kind of not keen on granny squares and slippers. I think it was, who mentioned it? Suzanne? I think Suzanne mentioned the granny slippers, the granny square slippers. I'm kind of not keen on it. They come out a bit... So I'm working on another pattern as we speak. Well, no, the hands are behind my back crocheting as we speak. So the slippers will be coming. It won't be for a while yet because I still have projects in the background that I've been working on that are going to go up first. I know, right? And so the slippers are coming. Is there anything else you would like to see on YouTube? And I will put them in the back burner while I'm uploading other items. Okay, also this week we are finally, the very first tutorial, oh no, it's the second one, sorry. The second tutorial you'll see is the lining to this bag. That's it. It's going on this week. I found the sewing machine, I found the cotton, I found everything. So we are lining this bag. Now, if you're wondering where this bag came from, we did this bag here on YouTube. When did we do it? August last year, maybe. Oh, can't remember. It's, if you're looking for it, it's in the stash busting playlist. So what it'll have is both the back and the front, and then this. What I was doing was, yeah, it's cute, isn't it? I like it. I know, it's one of my favorites. A year ago, was it a year ago? Was it that long? Anyway, we made this bag a year ago, according to Angela, and back in summertime. Well, it is summer now, so it was a year ago. Oh, you've been saying that. I know, right? I've been saying it for 100 years. But this is definitely coming on Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. Oh, wait, not Wednesday. Wednesday's WIP for Wednesday. Tuesday or Thursday of next week, this week. Either one of them. Okay, it might even be Monday. No, it won't be Monday. It'll be Tuesday or Thursday of this week. Okay, Monday I'm very busy. Got a job somewhere else. I'm not working on crochet. I've got a job somewhere else. Someone's asked me to help them out, so I've got to go Monday. So this is definitely going up this week. No ifs, no buts, unless the sewing machine hacks up on me, and then we're just going to have to do it by hand. Sorry, guys, but it's going up this week. definitely going up this week. Okay, so that's going up. The other thing that's happening this week, do you live it? Hand sewing machine. I prefer to crochet, to sew the items to crochet by hand, by sewing machine. But if I get real desperate and the sewing machine hacks up on me, which, you know, because it's an old one, do you line? I do. I prefer to line them by sewing machine. I do, Jeannie. That's something I like to do. Again, as long as the sewing machine's in good nick, I haven't looked at it in like 5 years. As long as it's working. It's not my thing at the moment. So the sewing, I do all the time, but I haven't done it for a while. So I'm going to line it this Tuesday or this Thursday with the sewing machine. If the sewing machine hacks up on me, I will do it by hand because we've got to get it out. It's just been like forever and a day. I know, right? So that's what we're doing this week. The other thing we're doing this week is, what was it called? Someone was talking to me last week about the Russian join, and I said that I would do the Russian join challenge. And the actual recording of the whole thing is done except for 2 small video parts, which is a little bit of fun at the end of the challenge. I had to put a bit of comedy in there. Why not? Make people laugh. And that's definitely coming out this week because it's actually edited and ready to go. I just have to add those 2 extra video clips in, and that's it. So you'll be getting the Russian join challenge. And, oh, wait there. Don't move. Oh, what's that saying? I don't have a sewing machine. Oh, I tell you what we can do. I'll have something small in the near future, which I'll be able to do by hand, if that helps. Hang on a sec. Don't go away. Sorry, guys. I know I'm live. I just forgot to bring the piece over with me. I do apologise. Now, this is the item I was making via the Russian joint. So it's kind of a little bit damaged, but that's only because of the challenge within the video. So you're going to have to watch the video to understand the challenge. And in fact, I do the whole tutorial with the challenge in it as well. So I think it works out to be about half an hour, but you've got to watch the last 5 minutes because that's the challenge. That's the funny part. Now the challenge was, oh, I nearly dropped it then. The challenge was to do the Russian joins on the edge there. And as you can see, it's a little bit lifted on that one. To do the Russian joins and then to damage the product. I'm not going to tell you how I did it. I know it's pretty, it's gorgeous. Again, I think I used Bendigo Woolen Mills yarn here in Bendigo because you're not from Australia. And yeah, it's nice, but it's kind of a waste of that good yarn on a challenge. Having said that, it'll show how strong their yarn is. Now, the yarn itself is strong because I've already put it through. I'm not going to tell you what I've put it through. Put it through a lot of damage to see if the Russian joins come undone. And so the video will show you all. That's coming up either Tuesday or Thursday as well. So either one of these will come up first. More likely you'll see this first because it's got to get done, okay? And then directly after it, you'll see the Russian join challenge. So that's the 2 crochet items I did this week. I'm going to do this week because they're already done on the computer. I tend to say did. They're already edited. They're just ready to go up. Except, of course, the bag. That's got to be done as I'm working on it. It's one of those things. I don't even think about it. I just do. I don't even practice that. It's just something I do. And that's it. That's pretty much all we're seeing this week, guys. So you've got that. Then you've got Whip for Wednesday. And then you will have that, the Russian join challenge, which is a little bit of comedy. And then what are we doing next? And then we probably will do another live next Saturday. I don't know how far I'm going to take these lives yet. I haven't decided whether it's going to be a weekly thing or whether I'll do it fortnightly or what. We'll just see. Just play it all by ear at the moment, guys. It's, you know, it's trial and error, really. One more thing I wanted to show you that was in the past was, and I'm showing you this because I'd like to make this. I can't remember what it was called. My brain's not working well, but look at that. I would love to make this as a blanket on YouTube. And as you can see, I got halfway through. Now, this particular piece was made maybe 10 years ago or something, and I still have the yarn. It is an acrylic yarn from Spotlight, by the way. What's the name of it? I know it. I know of it. They still make it, but it's a different name now. When I find the yarn, I'll advertise it. I will. But yeah, there you go. And what it does, it gives you like a, it's interesting. Yeah, it kind of gives you like a color, what do you call it? Like a 3D color effect thing. What they call it, day night or something blanket, night day or something blanket, something along those lines. It's called day night. I think if you type that in on Pinterest or something like this might come up. It's cute, you know, it's different, it's cute. Okay, and what my next rows would have been, they were put on an angle, and next row would have been, it's very similar to the Christmas project we made. The table runner. Very similar to the table runner, where it gives you that 3D effect. The colours are made, your blanket, I know, I love it too. We might do something on YouTube. We might do a blanket in the future, I'm thinking. What do you reckon? We'll do a blanket? You know, I shouldn't say this because I just give myself more work. I'd like to do that Christmas table runner. Yes. Well, you've done the Christmas table runner, haven't you? I've done the quilt like that called Night and Day. Yes, it was called Night and Day. It's this one. You're right. Thank you for that, Quilty. Yeah, so it's gorgeous, and it's just made in, like each square is made two-toned. That's all. You're just changing the yarn, changing the yarn, and when you go that way and you come back around again, it gives you that kind of a 3D look as well. So, and that's all it is. It's nothing fancy. It's a granny square with a little bit of a 3D look. But when you look at it from far away, it gives you that. So if I can get another. Ooh, can you see it? Kind of gives you that visual. How gorgeous does that look? I think this black up here was a bit too dark for it. I probably should have gone brown maybe, or even navy blue, like this top, navy blue. Yeah. So, but there you go. We might do something like that. And I know, right? It's gorgeous, isn't it? I found all these going through some of my old projects. And I was going through some of the old projects for, what was it called? History Friday, which I still haven't done. 2 weeks in a row. Well, at least I'm doing the other ones. I've done Tip Tuesday, and I've done Merry Monday, Tip Tuesday. I'm doing Whip for Wednesday this Wednesday, and next Thursday will be Thrifty Thursday, and then we'll be right back at History Friday. 3D effect, like placemats. Yes. Isn't that what you did? I'm sure you did that with me. You did the table runner, Angela. I'm sure you did. Yeah. Anyway, so that's that. And the other thing we're going to be working on in the near future is, and I'm using the sheepy's wool. I'll show you the sheepy's wool. I hope that's not blurring too much for you. It's a little bit blurry. We're going to be doing something with the sheepy's wool. How gorgeous that colour. But you know, guys, my favourite colour is this one here, but I'm working on something, as you can see. My favourite colour is the green way. Okay. Oh, what's that? I thought it was a spider. Oh, it's a fluff. I was nearly going to jump up and down and scream. So my favourite colour is the green. So I'm actually working on the green now because I like to wear green. You know, it's funny. When I was younger, I thought I loved red. And I do. I love my red. But for some reason, a lot of my clothes are green. I know. It's very pretty, very expensive. What did this one cost me? One cost me a bit more than the other. No, they both cost me the same. $36. But they do a whole project. It's not like I can make a full top down with that outfit, with that yarn. I can make a full outfit. The yarn is very, very thin. That one there is very, very thin. So you probably should use like a 3.5 or a 4-point Christmas design. Okay. Oh, I see, Christmas design. Okay, Angela. We'll talk. Yeah, so I meant to say, yeah, no, it's okay. We'll talk. We'll talk, Angela, about Christmas. I know Christmas has just happened, but I know what you mean. So that item there, you can actually make a full top or a full, it's like, and if you're thinner than me, that is, trust me, you probably are, your full top can go all the way down to, just past your hips if you're thinner than I am, because one of those makes a full top down for me, and I'm, you know, like that. I'm a little bit bigger than most in width, not in height. In height, I'm like down there. so, I know, right? And I also have yet another colour. Look at that. I know, right? I was just so naughty. I wear two. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I'm pretty much one. X. Shh, don't tell anybody. I forgot this is live. So I'm pretty much, oh, stop talking. Okay. I know it's pretty, right? Have a look right in the middle. Oh gosh. I bought it because I thought that middle was going to be more red. Kind of works out to be maroon. It's okay. Maroon is good. But I was looking for a red. I know they make a red, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to make 3 tops out of this. One out of this one out of the other, one out of the other. I wish I could get 3 out of this. And I wear them because they're cotton. These ones here are cotton. No, they're not. They're, I'll tell you in a minute what they are. This one's called Forbidden Fuchsias. I can't wear, okay. Loose tops, yes, I know, right? This one is 60% cotton and 40% acrylic, okay? So I can wear acrylic within reason, but I can't wear, it's gorgeous, by the way. Don't think because it's acrylic, it's yucky. It's not, it's gorgeous, right? I can't wear pure wool, which is a lot of the Bendigo Woolen Mills is pure wool. I love the Bendigo Woolen Mills range, but I can't wear it. But I can make for other people. So that's a good thing. So this is 60% cotton and 40% acrylic. There's 1,000 meters and it's 225 grams, between 215 to 225 grams. Okay, so it says you've got to use a 3.5 or a 4. I found with the 4, it makes the stitches look a little bit see-through-y, kind of. But I have used a 4. In fact, this particular green one that I'm working on, I'll show you in a minute. That is a 5. So, you know, it's not very nice. I don't like it. You know, I don't like it. But it's just something I was working on just to practice on the thread. Now, see how thin that thread is? It's really quite thin, which is a reason why they ask you to use a 3.5 or a 4. So, yeah. It's going to make lovely tops. So they're very good for summer tops. They can actually be, I wear them over like shirts in winter, like long sleeve shirts, blouses, if you will. And that way I don't have to wear a cardigan and I don't have to feel so hot and bothered when I'm in an office, when I'm working in a warm room. Because, you know, you wear too much, you walk in a room, you go out and you freeze when you're outside. So I wear those on top of blouses, on top of skivvies. Skivvies are here in Australia, skivvies are a long one that goes like that. And that some of them go up to the neck. Can't wear anything on my neck. I feel like I'm getting choked. So I kind of wear things like this, and I wear those as a top-down top that goes just over like that and then drops down. And sometimes I make my tops that I wear them higher in the front and really low at the back. They cover my that side of me. I'm not going to say what the name is, just the bottom of the, oh, there. So that's how I wear my tops usually. Lately, I've been making them longer in front as well to cover up the, the 6 tummies that I have. Last week there were 3, now there's 6. And so I'll make a top down using this yarn, and we will be making a top down here on YouTube. What is this black thing that keeps coming up? It's fluff. It's just from another yarn. And I'll be using this yarn to make the top down here on YouTube, but it won't be for a long time yet because, as you can see, I'm playing with some patterns. So I'm making my own design up. I'm not going to a designer. Keep dropping things, butterfingers today. I'm not going to a designer. I'm making my own design up because I'm OCD and I want it to be perfect. So 50 minutes later, guys, or roughly 50 minutes, we're still chatting here. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to join me tomorrow. Tomorrow on, what time? 23 hours now. Join me in 23 hours for the giveaway here at Wow Crochet. We are giving away 3 items, first, second, and third. I always do 3, and the further into YouTube I get, I will always do 3, but usually I do a 500 mark. I do like a real small giveaway around the 500 mark, 500 subscriber mark. So when I hit 4,000, I'm giving the big one away. When I hit the 500 subscriber mark, that one I give away to the person or the group, like, you know, Quilty is a name of the group, who puts in a little bit of effort here at Wow Crochet, who visits me on Facebook, who visits me on Instagram. They talk to me a lot. They send me pictures of what they make. So at the 500 mark, I do a little small item, which I give away. And that's just my personal giveaway. Yeah, I know, right? But at the 1,000 mark, I do the full big giveaway, and that goes to anyone. Oh, by the way, someone asked me, will I ship to Canada? I ship anywhere around the world, and it costs me an arm and a leg to ship. I think it costs more than the project, more than the items. It doesn't, not as much as the items, no. But it's very expensive to ship overseas from Melbourne. I need to work out and find another shipping way, because the way I've been sending is costing me a fortune. But I will ship anywhere around the world. If you live on the North Pole and your name is Santa Claus, you are going to get your gift, your prize, whatever it is you want to call it. So 23 hours time, join me right here. I don't know if I'll do it live. I know Santa Claus, he deserves a gift. Come on, why not? Join me live here. Might be live, might not be live. I don't know. Depends on how our internet's going at the time. But join me here tomorrow, 23 hours time, for the giveaway. Look tired. Got storm coming. Okay. See you. Good night. Okay. Good night, Angela. Good night. Have a good sleep. And it's great because I'm speaking to people from the other side of the world. And Angela's it's her nighttime now, and here it's just starting. It's now 11 a.m. in the morning here in Melbourne, Australia, or just after 11 a.m. So yeah. Oh, everyone's saying good night to Angela. She's going to have a nice sleep now, isn't she? With all these friendly people. So yeah, join me 23 hours time for the giveaway. After I do a giveaway, it's like finishing a big blanket. Very muggy this morning. Yes, it is. Oh, in SEQ. Where's SEQ? Oh, talk to me about SEQ. I don't know where that is. But here in Melbourne, it's quite muggy. It's yucky. And I thought that we were going to have a lot of lighting issues because it's dark and dismal out there. Grey. Southeast Queensland. Hello. Wake up, Mary. 5 p.m. in Missouri, USA. Oh, how about that? Perfect timing. Well, oops, 6 p.m. Oh, wait. Jeannie says it's 6 p.m. in Missouri, USA. That's nice. 5 p.m. is one of my favourite times. I don't know what it is. Between 5 and 6, I get like this burst of energy. Oh, I don't know why. Time got away from me. I know, Jeannie. I know I've been talking too much to you. Sorry. But I'm about to finish up in a minute. Very, very shortly. Not now. Very, very shortly. Just wanted to advertise the giveaway again. Make sure that everybody's in on it. You need to be three things you need. You need to be a subscriber. You don't really have to like the giveaway video, but you can. It's okay. And you also need to be able to leave that very important answer, because I always ask a question these days. I never used to. I used to just say, yeah, I'll leave a message here, But now I ask a question, because I think the thing with questions is that you're finding out more from people. Like the most favorite place that people like to crochet, I found out recently, most favorite place is usually on a recliner in front of the TV. There are some bedrooms, there are some parks, it's been great. I'm loving the giveaway question. And it seems to be the biggest theme seems to be the recliner in front of the TV. So there you go. But there are a lot of other places that people like to crochet. And that was the question asked. You need to go to last Sunday's video, and you will actually, you still have until 22 hours, or less now, 21 and a half hours to answer that question. So you still have time. You still have time to pop your answer in that video. If you're not sure where it is, I'll just go through all my old videos of the past week and pop the date and pop the actual link to that giveaway. So you've got until tomorrow morning to answer the question. But I need an hour before the giveaway happens, before it stops. So I'll actually, the minute it turns 9 o'clock in the morning AM Melbourne time, I'll pop a little message on there saying giveaway closed. But for now, it's open. You've got 21 hours or 21 and a half hours to answer that question if you haven't answered it yet. Go ahead, answer the question, go on the video, watch the whole video, check out the prizes. The prizes are great. And this time tomorrow morning, the giveaway will happen. As I was saying before, after every project, very big project like a blanket or like our recent project of the honey cow, after every one of those projects, I kind of have like it's like a downer, and I get a bit sad. That happens at the end of the giveaway. I'm really happy at that moment when I give it away. The minute I say, great prizes in all of them. I know, thanks, Jeannie. The minute I say the giveaway has been done, and the person's name's been given, and then I get out of that screen, I walk away, I sit on the couch, and I kind of go, I'm in a slump, because it's like all that hype, and then the hype is dropped. After the hype, I go into a slump. It's like when you have adrenaline and you get to the very, very top of your adrenaline, and then when it's all over, you have like a little downer. That's what happens after a very big project. Not so much the small ones, but it happens after the big projects, and it happens after the giveaways too. And it's one of those things. Someone said to me, why are you so happy? There's something wrong with you. And I said, no, there's not. Because when I turn everything off and I sit in my little corner of the room and crochet, I have my downers. It happens. You can't be this happy all the time. That's not normal. So just thought I'd put that in, because I get a lot of people ask, hi Marissa, how are you? Is it Marissa? It is. Hi Marissa. A lot of people ask me, they've been asking me people have been sending me private messages. How are you that happy? Have you been drinking? In a slump, start a new whip. I know, right? Thanks, Carol. Thanks, Ben. Thanks for your information. I always do start new things. Whip, by the way, guys, is work in progress. I think I mentioned that earlier. So I get these private messages and they're saying, oh, what's wrong with you? You're too happy. You're mad. Yeah, Carol, I'm mad. But that doesn't matter. It's nothing to do with it. The craziness has nothing to do with it. It's just one of those things. I'm very, very happy, but the minute I finish something huge, down I go. When I actually sat in the corner once, everybody's watching TV, everybody's happy, and they've got a drink in their hand or a coffee or a tea, and they're just laughing and giggling away. And I'm very sad, thinking, oh my gosh, I finished that honey cow. What am I going to do? And I look to the corner, and there's all this yarn. I don't know who put it there. It just happened to be there. Accidentally, by someone, not mentioning names. And I look at this yarn and I think, that would make a great bag. That would make a great cowl. That would make a beanie. That would make... I was going to make a video of the amigurumi I've done, but my daughter has given me most of them away. Oh, well, you'll just have to make another amigurumi, won't you? Am I saying it right? Amigurumi? Amigurumi? I know. I've always struggled with that word. Same as mandala. Sometimes I call it mandala. The two words that I struggle with on crochet, amigurumi or amigurumi, need the lows to appreciate the highs. Thank you, Anne. You are absolutely correct. You need the lows to appreciate the highs. After I've looked at all this yarn and thought that would make that, that would make that, that would make, I pull out this book. Yep, I said it right. I say mandala. True, yeah. I pull out this book when I have a downer and I scribble. And my scribble, I'm not going to show you much because there's too much writing on there and I don't want everybody to see it like that. Let me cover the words. I'm not allowed to show the words. But that looks like that. And that is what I'm working on for Debbie's Poncho, the lady I was speaking of before. I wasn't happy with the pattern that I saw, so I thought I'd work on my own with my own measurements, my own numbers, hoping I won't mess up my numbers as bad as I messed up theirs. So yeah, so there you go. That I can't show you the writing because the writing is someone else's writing. It's some information that sometimes when I'm online and they say something, I write it down and I send them a letter in the post, and that was someone's address. So I really can't post that. Well, it doesn't matter anyway because they accept. I use a journal. Yep. A journal is great. A journal is great, and that's what I do after a big project. I sit in the corner and I look at yarn, and I pick up the book, and I draw something. That was the first thing I've drawn. The back says I've got to talk to people about math. That's funny. And I have to. Some of my editing points are here. I have to make the second editing part longer. So there are some parts in the tutorials that you get that I crochet really fast. And I realize after about 10 minutes I'm doing it, so I extend it on the editing package I have. It's a bit of a cheap one, but it works. And the editing package I have, I worked out how to lengthen it a bit to make the stitches look like I'm going slower. Not in slow motion, just looks like I'm going a little bit slower than I already am. Or sometimes I do it to look like I go a bit faster because it just takes so long. So there you go. So everything gets written down on this little book. It is a really old, and I mean old, another one of these old things, they always happen. And I'll show you the book in the front. See how old that book is? And that's what I used to do. Just put my name and I put my smiley face. When I did things in the past, I won't tell you what I did, but I used to work with certain people and I would put a smiley face after everything I did. So just to show them that, you know, maybe sometimes we're not happy, and hope that smile made them a little bit happy for the day. Hoping. There you go. These are some of my little sneaky things that I do. So after a big project, I get a bit, I have this downers, so I sit in that corner right there and I look at all my yarn and I have that book next to me and it gives me all these ideas of what I can make with that particular yarn. So I write them all down, pop the book away, and when I finish a big project, I pull out the book and I do the very first thing I wrote. So people say, do you ever get crochet block? I haven't got time. I've got time for crochet block. I've no time. So from one project to another. Then occasionally you guys get on. Yeah, I know, right? Then occasionally you guys get on and say, can you make some slippers? And I think, oh, there's another project I've got to add to the million that I'm already doing. So I pop that in, but I'm practicing that one, the slippers, so that I can get that to you in about a week or 2 weeks' time, roughly, give or take another week. So I'm practicing that, and then I go into my book and I pick the ones that I've seen. The very first thing I work on, I just go to that top one. I don't go through and say, oh, one of these, one of these. I try to make, and that's another thing I do, I have categories. I have a summer, spring, autumn or fall in some countries, and a winter project. And I look at the yarn across the room and I say, oh, that's a good autumn one or fall. That's a good winter one. That's a good summer, and that's a good spring. So I go back to the book, and if it's spring, I'll pick the one from the spring, you know, category. Or I'll pick the one from the winter and I'll start that way. I got so many on my list. I can't even, it's like 2 pages worth in there of projects I'd like to make. And I always say to people, both yarn, patterns and projects, they're going to outlive me. Both, I mean 3, all 3 projects, all 3 items, yarn, patterns and project will outlive me. I'm telling you, I don't have enough time to do all this. So there you go. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. It has been wonderful talking to you, wonderful hearing all your chats and listening to what you have to say. Thanks, it's been fun, I know. Oh, Aisha, that's a nice name. Oh, it's a lovely name. Time flew by, I know. We've had a lot of chat. Well, I've had the chat. You've been listening. Poor guys, you're thinking, shut up, woman. So I'm shutting up. But not before I say, join me tomorrow morning for the giveaway. It's all happening. And remember, once the giveaway is done, yours truly will sit in that corner and have a little bit of a downer. And I will look at more yarn and it'll inspire me to make more. So it kind of all works. It's like a vicious circle. You have your ups, you have your downs. Doesn't matter because you'll have your up again. And it'll just keep going around and around. Thank you, Jeannie. Hugs and kisses back. And so join me tomorrow morning, 23 hours time. 23, 21, 22 and a half, something like that, for the giveaway. Oh, I'm so excited. This is Wow Crochet. You've been watching Mary. Thank you so much for joining me here at Wow Crochet for our live, for our third, maybe fourth live. I can't remember now, I'm losing track. Now the worst part is I get close to the camera, try to work out how to turn it off. There's like 5 buttons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now either one of these, I know I'm getting excited to see who wins too. Bye, Quilty. Okay, so one of these buttons is going to turn me off. Are you ready, guys? In me, mighty mo. 3, 2, 1. I think I know which one it is now. Bye, guys. Ciao from Wow Crochet. No, didn't work. Let's try it again. Here we go. Bye. Ciao.